This video is a Pheonix Wallet tutorial. Pheonix Wallet is a Bitcoin Lightning Network wallet. It's non-custodial. It is easy to use, and we're going to get set up with the wallet here, make sure that we've got our security in place, and then look how to send and receive Bitcoin over the Lightning Network using this wallet. Timestamps for everything down below. Go and download Pheonix Wallet from your app store. It's available on both iOS and Android. Once downloaded, just open the app. Should look something like this. We're going to go through to next. Now, the first thing is because Pheonix Wallet is non-custodial, they don't hold Bitcoin on their nodes. And so when you want to send Bitcoin over the Lightning Network to a new wallet, you may have to create a channel for that. As you can see, payment channels are created when needed. So if they're not needed, you don't pay. But if a channel is needed, you can see the fee is 1% with a minimum fee of 3,000 sats. That's a one-time thing. Once the channel is set up, you don't need to do it again because Pheonix Wallet is non-custodial. If you're looking for a custodial wallet that is cheaper than that, look for something like Wallet of Satoshi. But then you have to trust those nodes to actually keep all of your Bitcoin. I understand. Keep control. A backup phrase is generated, storing all of your information. This is much like any other wallet where you actually get a 12-word seed phrase that you can write down, and then you can use that 12-word phrase to recover your wallet that you set up right now on any other device at any other time. So keep it safe and secret. We'll look at backing that up in a second. Get started. And then you have the option to either restore a wallet with the seed phrase that you got if you set up one before. We're going to create a new wallet here. So click that. It's literally right there. So we're in now and we can start receiving Bitcoin over the Lightning Network. Before using the app, we can make sure that our seed phrase is backed up properly. So come to the settings icon in the top left, at least it's top left for me, and then come to recovery phrase with the alert icon right here. Now this is a list of 12 words that you're going to be given right here. Only you possess this. No one at Pheonix knows this or can help you with this. Do not share this seed with anyone and do not lose this seed. These 12 words are essentially the backup or the password to your wallet. So if you have a problem with this phone or this application, you can use these 12 words, download the app on a different phone or device, and then restore the wallet with these 12 words and you'll gain access to all of your funds again. Of course, if someone else has these 12 words, then they have complete access to your money and everything and can steal it from you very easily. If you lose this and the phone and you have issues, you'll never gain access to your money again. So these 12 words are incredibly important. Make sure to write them down somewhere safe. Some people use steel plates that you can buy where you etch in the seed phrase. I'll leave some links below to some providers of that are, popular. But this 12 words is very important. So what I'm going to do is press display seed right here, and then you can see the seed phrase. This seed phrase right here, just write it down and keep it somewhere safe for now. And if you want the seed backups with steel plates, etc., you can have a look at those in your own time. But these 12 words are your wallet, and so make sure you keep them safe. Also, as you can see, there's an iCloud backup option at the bottom. I would not recommend ever keeping any of your seed phrases online in any way. They should be written down and that's it, so that there's an air gap between any potential hacking and the actual seed phrase itself. If you want to just click the legal right here that you understand, that will take away the alert icon from the recovery phrase right here. So you can do that if you want. There are a few other important settings before using the app that you should know. The first one is the privacy settings here. So if you click privacy, now because Pheonix Wallet is a non-custodial app, that's really good for privacy. However, you do use nodes that are under their control to route payments in a cheap way. And so they can actually know your IP address when you send payments, and they're going to know where you're sending the payment to as well because they're routing that payment. So what you might want to do to obfuscate your IP address is just to click on Tor. It's disabled as standard. You can click it on if you want, and that obfuscates your IP address. It might be a little bit slower if you're using Tor and you might have some connection issues, but that's something that you're going to have to deal with if you want to actually go ahead with that option. You can also put your Face ID or fingerprint ID, whatever your phone uses, through app access. So if you want to create that barrier, that's only for this device though, so doesn't matter on other devices. If you reload the wallet, you'll have to do that again. And also drain wallet here is an option. If you just want to send everything out to a certain address, you can do that right here. Also with display, what we can do is change the fiat currency. So it sees my phone actually as British, but you can change that to anything that you want. And then the Bitcoin unit, you can change that from bits or BTC or sats. Most Lightning wallets choose sats. So you can choose sats. That's 100 million sats in a Bitcoin. So it's going to display that for you. And then coming out to the main page. Before using the Lightning Network in Pheonix Wallet, they do actually provide a Bitcoin address as well. And this is a service where you can send Bitcoin to the Bitcoin address and they'll actually flip it over into the L2 for you. A lot of people have an issue that they have Bitcoin on the base layer and they don't know how to get it over to the Lightning Network. Pheonix can do this for you. So we can press receive in the bottom left. And then this is actually a Lightning Network address as standard, but down at the bottom, you can see show a Bitcoin address. So I'm going to click that. And this is a Bitcoin address. Now, this is not a Bitcoin base layer wallet. And so this wallet address is actually not under your control. So don't think that this is a normal Bitcoin address. What you can do is swap any Bitcoin sent to this address and Pheonix will send it right up into your Lightning wallet. So this is a service to essentially get Bitcoin from the base layer over to the layer 2 on the Lightning Network. It's a good service, however, it is a little bit costly. You can see this is a swap address. It is not controlled by your wallet. So do not use this as some investment, savings account. You can't do that. But they'll convert any Bitcoin sent to this address over to your Lightning address. Deposits must be at least 10,000 sats. The fee is 1% or a 3,000 sat minimum. 1% is a bit racy in terms of the fees, so this may be convenient, but I wouldn't recommend it for large amounts. Now let's look at receiving some Bitcoin over the Lightning Network directly, and depending on who's sending you that Lightning Network Bitcoin, they may need different information. So if we just press receive down here in the bottom left, you can see this is your QR code that is your Bitcoin Lightning Network address. This has no information other than your address. So if someone else has a Pheonix wallet, they can scan this QR code and it comes up with your address. And then in their app, they can just put any amount of sats that they want to send you. However, most applications require what's known as a Lightning invoice, which is essentially your address plus a request for an amount of sats. And so you need to give them that request and then they can send that to you. So the first thing here, if you just want to share your QR code, you can just press share in the middle and that's going to bring up options to share it on your chat applications and everything like that. We can also copy this, and what this does is copy the long format Lightning Network address. I'll show you what that looks like. We'll go over to Moon Wallet, press send, enter text address, press paste. That's what a Lightning Network address looks like. That is not an invoice because we haven't put any request for an amount of sats in there. So that's just your address. We'll go back to Pheonix Wallet and we're going to press edit this time down in the bottom right. Now this lets us create a Lightning Network invoice. Very simply, we just put a request in for an amount of sats that we want. So if I put 15,000 in, you can see that's around $5, right? Just under $5. So it works that out for you. So if you want to request that amount of sats, you can press save. The QR code now changes. So this is a different QR code and this is a one-time use thing. So if someone uses this, no one else can use it after that. And as you can see, you can share this QR code now. You can copy this, which is now a different long format address because it has the information with the payment request in there, or you can edit again and obviously create a new Lightning Network invoice. So once you've got that invoice, you can then go over to the other application and then actually paste that in. I'll just use Kraken to show you here because Kraken allow for essentially buying Bitcoin here and then either withdrawing it over Bitcoin or Lightning. This is a free service that they give for now, which is obviously great. So even if you don't use Kraken, put some Bitcoin on here over the Bitcoin layer, and then you can actually just withdraw it over the Lightning Network. So you can use them almost as a free tool to actually get Bitcoin onto the Lightning Network. So what I can do here, I've got some Bitcoin. I'm going to press withdraw, Lightning Network. Then I'm going to add withdrawal request. And I'm going to paste in the Lightning Network request that Pheonix created. And I'll put a label on here as Pheonix. Add withdrawal request. Now what I have to do is just confirm that with Kraken because this is a withdrawal from their platform. So I'll confirm that with them through the email and the confirmation codes. Once that's done, you'll see that we'll be able to withdraw Lightning Network Bitcoin to my Pheonix wallet. Now we can check all the details of the transaction. The Lightning Network invoice that I created from Pheonix has all the information and I can't edit that from the app I'm sending from. So I've got my address right here that it's going to be sent to. You can see the destination, the description is Pheonix, and the amount in sats is 15,000. I can't change that because that's the request that we actually gave within Pheonix. And so we can just withdraw that over to the Pheonix wallet. So we'll press withdraw, do that, and then we'll just wait for that to actually go through into our Pheonix wallet. That payment has come through from Kraken, so we sent 15,000 sats from Kraken. They basically took nothing on their end, but we have a 12,000 sat balance now. Remember that Pheonix has taken 3,000 sats, which is around $1 or so, just to set up the payments channel. Pheonix is non-custodial, and so it has to set up payment channels when we want to actually send sats around. Now, once you've set up a payment channel, that's there, and you don't pay that creation fee anymore, and so it's going to be very cheap afterwards if you're sending and receiving to the same nodes and people. So as you can see, if we press settings and then payment channels, we now have payment channels set up. So if you use them again, you don't have to pay that fee. If you want a cheaper version without paying these fees, you can use something like Wallet of Satoshi or Moon, which actually are custodial. And so you give up some privacy and security there, but you get slightly lower fees because you don't pay the channel creation. Now that we have some sats in our account, we can go ahead and spend them out of the wallet in a few different ways. So if we just press send here, it defaults to a QR code scanner. So this will scan either a Lightning address or a Lightning Network invoice. Both of those are similar like we've seen. So I'll show you on Kraken the exact opposite of what we've done previously. So I'm going to deposit this time into Kraken, request 11,500 sats. It shows me this QR code, which has got the information. Also gives me this long address as well if I want to copy and paste that in. So this is the information we need. This is the Lightning Network invoice. I can just scan that with Pheonix Wallet. If you press this icon at the bottom and press manual input, you have some other options as well. So you can see Lightning invoice or Lightning address. That's the same thing. Lightning invoice has the request amount of money or sats that you want. And then LN URL as well, which I'll quickly show you. An LN URL, a Lightning Network URL, is basically like an email address, or it looks like an email address format. And that is an email address tied to a Lightning Network wallet. And so if you have an address like that, you can share it and other people can send you sats to that wallet. So as you can see, that is the address that I have on Wallet of Satoshi. I can go back into Pheonix Wallet and then very easily just send to that address. So press send up and then manual input and paste in what looks to be the email address right there, the Lightning Network address, and then you can choose an amount of sats to send to that address. I've just quickly scanned the QR code that Kraken gave me. It's a Lightning Network invoice where I'm requesting some sats, 11,500. As you can see, it just inputs all of the details perfectly. So I'm going to press pay right there. And as you can see, that is sent already. Sent, that's gone through. So that should be showing up in my Kraken account almost immediately. All of that's gone through, and it was quick because we already set up that payment channel. Pheonix is definitely a little bit more expensive than some competitors, but it is non-custodial where they aren't. So you've got some choices in the market on which app that you want to use. I'll leave some other links to helpful Lightning Network videos down in the description. Links to Binance and Kraken and other exchanges I use, I'll link down there as well. You can get some deposit and trading bonuses. I'm James, it's MoneyCG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.